YouTube video, you got this. Hi, my name is Mikey and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is it. You are here. Welcome to the realm. This is my first YouTube video ever, and today I decided to talk about something that I really liked so that, you know, hopefully I can distract myself from the crippling anxiety of posting a YouTube video for the first time. I'm going to be talking about orcas because I've done a whole I've done a whole research project on it, and the facts are just up here, so I thought I would word vomit them out on YouTube. Also, my cat is here, so she might just be meowing randomly. Yeah, so let's get on with the video. I want to start this by saying I do have a bias towards orcas. Not like in the way that, not in like I'm not trying to fuck an orca. Anyway, not in the way that like people with like K-pop. Like I really love orcas and they are my favorite animal. Obviously, that's why I have like a 3-page research project on them. But yeah, I do want to say that by the end of this, I hope you have a bias towards them too and that you really love them as much as I do, and I hope that I can give that to you. So I just want to start by saying that I think that orcas have this misconception of being like this vicious and aggressive and angry predator, and while they are some of the best predators in the ocean, and they are technically an apex predator as they don't have any predators themselves, and they aren't a form of prey for any creature, they are also incredibly intelligent. And when I say this, I mean like there's been research into the size of the brain to the size of the body, quantifying, is that the word? I don't know. There has been a study on brains and like the size of the brain mass to the body mass and how that correlates with intelligence. That's the word I was looking for. And on that list, it goes humans, dolphins, orcas. So with that research, orcas are the third most intelligent creature on the planet, according to that research. Hello. So yeah, so if you believe that research, then orcas are the third most intelligent creature on the planet after humans and dolphins. So orcas also are extremely social animals, and they live in something called pods with their family. It is a matriarchal society, I believe, which means that it is the female orcas that run the show. They basically just kind of follow their mothers around their entire life, and they tend not to break off from their family. There are two main subtypes of orcas, which are transient orcas and resident orcas. Transient orcas tend to live in smaller groups, and usually consist of a female and her offspring, while resident orcas tend to live in groups up to 40 orcas. Transient orcas are the mammal hunters, and resident orcas tend to be the fish hunters, at least like statistically. Orcas also have their own language, dependent on their pod. They all have different like social cues and like calls and things like that they do with which is unique to each group of orca, which I think is really interesting because it's almost, they have their own languages intertwined, and I think that really shows their intelligence and their ability and their need for social interaction, which is why I truly don't believe that we should ever hold orcas in captivity, because they just do not thrive, and they can't thrive in that type of environment. So yes, scientists have been trying for years to figure out and decode orcas' languages. They haven't quite yet because they are so diverse. And yeah, it's so diverse across the board. They haven't quite cracked the code yet, to understanding what each call means, but they are working towards that. Orcas also tend to be a lot like humans in the way that the female orca will live long after menopause, and long after she, is physically able to give birth, because as I said, it's a matriarchal society, so the female orcas will then provide to the pods through other means other than giving birth to offspring, like teaching the offspring how to hunt, how to communicate with each other, and how to survive. So that is kind of what they do. Because they live long after menopause, they live up to 80 years. Their timeline also seems to be very similar to that of a human, where they aren't actually independent or haven't learnt the ways to be independent until about 15. They also don't reach sexual maturity until their teen years. the same way that humans do, which I find very interesting. Orcas also have the second largest brain in the world. They also have the largest insular cortex, which is the part of the brain that's responsible for consciousness, self-awareness, and empathy. Orcas are also massive. They are typically 5 to 7 meters long, and their dorsal fin, which is the fin on the top of their back, is 6 feet high. They also weigh 3,000 to 7,000 kilos, depending on whether they are male or female, as the males are larger than the females. They're absolutely ginormous, which I think is just so fun. I love them. There have only been 4 recorded fatal attacks on humans by orcas, and I think that it is important to bring that up because I think they have a reputation of being aggressive when they are actually not. All of these attacks happen in captivity, 3 of which of these fatal attacks were caused by one orca named Tillicum. He killed 2 trainers, Kelty Brine and Dawn Brancher, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, and a trespassing man named Daniel P. Dukes. The other fatal attack was another trainer named Alexis Martinez, who was killed by an orca named Quito. I want to say to the families that I am my deepest condolences. But yes, I do think that it's very important to bring up these facts when talking about orcas. Orcas are incredible creatures in my mind, and I truly believe that more people should learn about them. I've only kind of scratched the surface with my facts here, and these are all facts that I learned from the Nat Geo channel, I believe. I don't actually have my sources written down. I really should have, but I didn't. So if I did get any facts wrong, please let me know, because I really would love to learn more about it. And I can do a more in-depth dive into them if you would like, but that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my little rambling about my facts. Yeah, that's all for today. Bye!